Hello everyone, and welcome to this pre-recorded channeled video with Lou, our fourth density positive social memory complex that Todd and I have been talking to for quite some months now. This is a pre-recorded video. Again, usually we do our chats with Lou live. I will connect those down. There'll be a link to those down in the description box below over on Todd's channel. But we asked some questions today. It's going to be a hot second before we can do a live again because of our schedules and the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So we did do a pre-recorded video today for you, for our awesome viewers on my channel, Esoteric Atlanta, and Todd's channel, The Confused Wanderer, asking some of your questions about Mary Magdalene, which gets into black magic, and also Kabbalah, past lives, all sorts of very, very interesting topics. And as always, Lou never fails to surprise us with Lou's answers. Sometimes the answers are not what we expect at all. And I can definitely say today that some of the answers to the questions we asked were not what we expected at all. I just want to remind everybody that Lou is fourth density positive. This comes from the law of one. The law of one teaches that all beings, all matter, all thought, and all time emerge from a single infinite source, what it calls intelligent consciousness. Nothing is separate, nothing is accidental, even conflict, suffering, and confusion have a purpose within a larger unity. In this material, humanity is not broken or fallen. We are simply learning. Third density is the school of choice, where consciousness discovers itself through polarity. Service to others or service to self, fear or love, separation or unity. This video is not about belief or persuasion, it's about exploring a framework, one that asks a radical question. If all is truly one, how does that change the way we live, relate, and evolve? And Lou is here to help us answer some of those questions. Now again, this video might not be for everyone. We understand many people don't like channeling videos, and if that's okay, you can skip this video. You can sit this one out, no big deal. We're also not asking for everybody to believe us. You don't have to believe that this is what we are doing. Again, you're more than welcome to sit this video out. But for those who are curious and have an open mind and want to hear what Lou has to say, let's go ahead and get into the video. First and foremost, I would like to thank all of our supporters, for me on Esoteric Atlanta and for Todd over on the Confused Wanderer, all of our Patreon members, all of our Substack members, every single person that clicks like and leaves a comment and really helps us grow our work and grow our channels. If you're watching from my channel, Esoteric Atlanta, please make sure you are subscribed to Todd's channel, The Confused Wanderer. I will leave that link down below, because if anything ever happens to my channel permanently, then you will find me over on The Confused Wanderer. I also want to let you guys know, as always, I am on Substack, and Substack is great. There is a link below to subscribe to my Substack. Substack allows me to email you every time I post a video. We know that sometimes YouTube has a hard time sending out notifications, and so in this manner, I can control that on Substack, and I can actually email you privately every time a video is dropped. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe to my Substack. All right, you guys, let's get into the video. Ashtanga yoga is considered to be one of the hardest forms of yoga out there. It is one of the three remaining lineage-based yogas, and it is also considered to be the punk rock of yoga. Part of what makes Ashtanga so hard is the jump back and jump through sequencing that is held in all 6 series. So if you're ready to take your Ashtanga practice to the next level, then you're going to love this new workshop video created specifically for you on Fusion Body, a studio by senior teacher Todd Roderick. This is a mastery class that's designed to help you unlock that light floating strength that you've probably always wanted. If you've ever wondered how people make these transitions look effortless, this is where you learn the secret. Core activation, bandha engagement, shoulder stability, and the smooth rhythm of breath that carries your body through space. This class is low pressure, step by step, and accessible for every level. Whether you're refining your flow or starting from the basics, you'll build confidence, control, and that signature Ashtanga glide. And right now you can get 20% off your first 6 months at Fusion Body Studio with discount code BRICE20. That's BRICE 20. That's unlimited classes, mobility training, strength flows, breath work, and more, anytime, anywhere. So if you're ready to lift, float, and flow with power, join us at Fusion Body Studio. Unlock your potential, and don't forget to use the discount code at checkout. Everything you need to start your journey is down in the description box below. Now back to the show.
Hello, who do we have with us? Same Lou we've been talking to, service to others, Lou, and you're here for unconditional love for others. All right, so Brice, you go ahead.
So we've got a lot of questions about Magdalene. They want to know if, we had a question if someone wants to know if Magdalene, the soul, is in telepathic communication with Yahshua. Why?
Right.
What do you mean, why? Why would she be?
Right. It seems like people keep making this big deal out of the fact that, Mary Magdalene could be, before we found out and confirmed through you, that she could be here in a body in third density, and that it doesn't seem like that they have a full grasp of what it means to have the veil. And so even though all these reincarnated what would you say, historical figures that were highly influential and ascended masters, or whatever you want to call it, that they're not grasping that they're subject to the veil just like everyone else.
And what Brice said earlier, like when we were talking about this morning, remind me what I said. Magdalene is dead.
Right, the personality of Magdalene is dead, and that's history.
Soul is not person.
Right. So when that particular figure in history passes away, they're
dead.
Right. They're dead. Their personality is gone. That cycle of their karma / dharma has ended, and they're moving on to something else. Is that
they're in another incarnation that's just as valuable? So whoever Magdalene is today, or Magdalene's soul is today, that person that is harvesting that soul is just as valuable as a human being as Magdalene, but it's a different human being. Yeah, this is what the Yoga Sutras talk about.
right?
So is it fair to say that this confusion, I keep talking about Prakriti and Purusha on my channel, and that we talked about it here, you've talked about it, Lou, that we are kind of dum-dums. So you called us dum-dums before in private. We're dum-dums because we think Magdalene's soul is Magdalene.
Right.
But Magdalene's soul is not Magdalene. Just like my soul is not Brice. Todd's soul is not Todd. My body, my avatar, my incarnation is just the experience for my soul right now. And when Magdalene walked the earth, the soul of her soul was experiencing Magdalene. And now that soul is in another body. To keep asking about a dead person like she is still here is black magic. Oh, because it's necromancy?
Oh, interesting.
Right. So that's a big thing we've got, Lou. I guess this was a good question. So you're saying too that Magdalene doesn't have any telepathic communication with Yahshua. Why would she? Because Magdalene's dead.
Right.
It's in her soul is what lived on, and the soul is complete on its own.
And the black magic is coming about because you're worshiping dead people.
So, anything else you want to say about that? All right, well, the floor is yours. To confuse soul in body for soul is soul smashing. Yeah. So to confuse the soul for the body, for the personality, is soul smashing. So
for the individual that is under that false belief.
Can you want to explain what soul smashing is, just in case we have somebody watching that doesn't know what that is?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to fully...
To believe a lie.
Right, to believe a lie so wholeheartedly that... How can I put this? To believe a lie so wholeheartedly that it stagnates further understanding of deeper concepts of what it means to be a spiritual being.
Patanjali warned you. And the Yoga Sutras, it's literally the crux of the Yoga Sutras. You're not your soul. Your soul is not your body. Right. Your personality is not your body. Right. Or it's not your soul. Like your soul is literally that's your ego. So everybody has an ego, a false sense of self. That's your identity. The body is just the refinement of the soul. That's it. And so you're saying, Lou, that by people believing, by having this really hardcore belief that Magdalene, the character, the historical person of Magdalene is her soul, is soul smashing. This is why many watching have done third 5 times. Wow. So for y'all watching, and we're pre-recording this, so I guess Lou knows who's going to be watching. Yeah. This is why your soul has done third density like 5 times.
Because holding on too tightly to false beliefs and misconceptions about spirituality and what it means to be a spiritual being is holding you back from the understanding
of your soul.
Right. And being able to polarize
positive or negative.
Right. Right. In either direction. Yeah.
Jesus worshipers either go service to self or gray. Wow. So Christianity, so Jesus worshipers either will go service to self or stay in the gray, because they're putting all of their emphasis on a personality and not their own soul. Is that why you're saying like Magdalene's not in telepathic communication with Yahshua, because she is a complete soul within herself? She doesn't need to think that she needs to rely on some telepathic communication is not her not living her soul. So we need to learn how to be within ourselves and
not worship historical figures. That's a big yes. Mm-hmm.
Missing books. Oh, let's what the missing books of the Bible teach.
Oh, really?
That's why they got banned. Oh, I should have known that. I studied that.
Right.
LOL is laughing at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gnostics, like the original Yahshua, because Jesus is not real. Yahshua, the original Yahshua, that's what Magdalene and Yahshua were teaching, it was the gnosis, it was the inner knowing, not to worship them.
Right.
They were just teachers.
Well, this goes into so much now, because it's not just Mary Magdalene and Jesus. If you look at the Hindu faith, the worship of these supposed enlightened masters that everyone has on their altars is also necromancy.
Yeah.
It's also black magic.
Yeah. Yeah. And I prefer they don't really, I mean, I know at the Mandir they have like old teachers and ascended masters, but
it's one thing to respect them,
your but gurus. That's what I like about their mythology, is because like even the Ramayana, it's about you. It's like Hanuman's your courage, Rama's God, Sita's the soul, Ravana's the ego. It's a story about you. It all comes back to you.
Right.
Even Joshua himself in both the canonized Bible and the missing book says heaven is inside of you.
Yeah, but it's still, I just want to clarify a little bit more. It's still okay to revere the teachings of these people.
Teachings are not people.
Right. Yeah. So,
and truly enlightened people, teachers, they don't want you to worship them. Yahshua never asked to be worshipped.
Right.
Magdalene never asked to be worshipped. They were just teachers.
Right.
Guruji never asked to be worshipped. Sharat never asked to be worshipped.
Right.
They're just teachers.
Right.
And imagine how damaging it is to the soul that was Magdalene now.
Oh, right.
Imagine how damaging that is to the soul.
Black magic that they're engaging in by constantly focusing all their energy on this past person would put stress, most likely,
on the soul
of the person that is Magdalene now. Gaines?
If you worship dead people, you harm the living person holding the soul now. Did you guys get that? So if you worship Magdalene as Magdalene, it does harm to the person that carries her soul now. See people in you life that are always getting scratched, bruised out of nowhere. So people in your life who are waking up with scratches and bruises out of nowhere, you're saying that the most likely the spiritual attack that is happening is that people are worshiping a past life of their souls, and therefore it's necromancy, and therefore it's physically harming. It's not just emotionally harming, it is physically harming the person carrying the soul now. you work for the Lizzies when you do that shit.
Wow.
Does that make sense? You can explain to our viewers what he just, let's recap that for a second. I'm like shaking hearing that.
Yeah, so explain the scratching and bruising thing.
So Lou was saying, like, people, we think of like spiritual attacks, people who get scratched and bruised and all that kind of stuff. We know that's a spiritual attack. He just gave us another level to what that is. So throughout these religions, which we know religions are created by the dark side, you have been taught to venerate people as demigods.
Their personality within that incarnation in the past, and by giving that your attention and energy of the side of that person, the side of the soul that disintegrates and moves on, by giving
the soul never disintegrates.
No, I'm not saying no.
The body does.
The body, right? That's what I'm saying.
So Magdalene is dead. Right. Magdalene's gone. She's dead.
Right.
The soul is not Magdalene, though.
Right. Yeah. I understand. That's what I was trying to say. And that by worshiping the past figure that they were is damaging their present incarnation. Yeah.
So whoever Magdalene is now, male, female, whoever this person is now that has the same soul, whose soul is now, every time we venerate Magdalene like a demigod, it attacks that person. That person gets spiritually hit, physically hit. It's saying, so if you do that, if you're venerating and worshiping dead people, you're giving the Lizzies power. You're working for the Lizzies, which is what religion is. That I'm like that is a different level of necromancy. It's necromancy.
Right. So I was just talking about in our conference about how you have to be really careful. And one thing Lou has taught us is that there are spells that you cast constantly that you have no idea are spells in and of themselves and how powerful they are, especially when you commit, especially when you engage in it over and over and over again. Yeah. Just talking about one of the songs that we used to play in the Flying Mystics, and blew my mind. Yeah. The title of the song, and how every time that song was played, it was putting energy into black magic and feeding that.
And then that karma.
Oh, so you're attaching yourself to the karma of you're creating more karma for yourself because you're engaging in the black magic of
and this is
feeding that spell.
Is this why the powers that be have tried to manipulate yoga and invert yoga, because yoga basically says this in the Yoga Sutras? Because not many people nowadays, Lou, want to do traditional lineage yoga because of the Yoga Alliance. Ew. Yeah, the Yoga Alliance is pretty ew, isn't it? Isn't it, Lou? Yeah. I'm shaking right now. Most people watching now think they are spiritual, and they not. They just playing dress up. Luke goes really fast. So he's saying most people watching right now think they're spiritual, but they're not. They're just playing dress up. So you want to give them, I have a feeling you brought that up, Lou, because you want to try to help people who are really seeking spirituality, help them find true spirituality.
Well, let's get into it.
All right, where do you want to start, Lou? Oh, he wants you to talk about meditation quickly and what meditation is.
Okay. You want me to talk about my misconceptions first? Okay. All right.
Just quickly.
Put me on the spot.
Cliff
Okay.
Notes version.
Yeah. Okay. Quickly. I used to think that Hatha yoga.
Hatha.
I understand that. I'm just saying the Western side. You want me to that?
Very protective of Indians. It's Hatha yoga.
Okay.
Hatha.
Yeah.
Hatha yoga.
It rolls off my tongue a little easier. Anyway, so I used to think that asana practice was
Which is what? What's asana for those who don't know? Exercise.
Exercise.
Yeah.
Yes. The asana practice was to prepare us for seated meditation. And that I learned through trial and error that that was not the case, because seated meditation is really just a refined form of disassociation. And
it's a Lizzie festival.
yeah, it opens, it actually.
Woodstock for Lizzie's.
Woodstock for Lizzie's. Yeah, because as you get better at disassociating, crossing your legs and sitting up and closing your eyes, you're open yourself up to possession, basically. Yes. So in reality, meditation is brought about by exercise, strenuous exercise, especially. Really, that means a big yes.
That's when he does it multiple times, it's like an exclamation point.
Yes. And so
saying yes,
it's not just a little exercise, correct? It's
misery.
Yes, right. It's getting yourself into a point of exercise where you don't think you can continue going, and that you push past your preconceived boundaries and you exercise
mind focus.
Right. So getting to the points where
runners high. Yeah, like what a runner's high is.
Right. Yeah. So you gotta push past your limits, and within pushing past those limits,
you have to battle the mind.
Right. So your mind's saying you got to stop. You can't do this. You're going to hurt yourself. You get this whole dialogue in your head. And through the practices of yoga, we eventually learn to become the sakshi, which means the witness. And so you're not giving in to these thoughts. You're watching yourself go through the actions in your head of saying you need to stop, you need to rest.
Listening to the mind, but you're not adhering to the mind.
Exactly, you're not responding, and then you just keep going, and eventually you break through into what it means to truly meditate, and that only happens.
Whoa! Meditation was never sit down.
Right.
Meditation was never supposed to be seated. Is that the deep state cabal?
Yeah. Lizzie influence, yes. Right. Because to meditate, you've got to be moving energy. Am I correct? What was that?
Lazy.
So
the Lizzies have made spirituality a lazy.
Right.
Giving into your ego, giving into what entices your senses. And in the end of the second pada of the sutras, Patanjali specifically talks about not enticing the senses.
Right.
The exact opposite. Like observing what your reactions are in your body without reacting to your reactions.
Right. Yeah.
It's like runners. Like my dad used to laugh and say, you never see runners smiling.
Yeah.
Because I was a big runner. No, it's because they're miserable.
Right.
But I think what I was doing in high school when I ran cross country was I was actually meditating, because that's the only sport I really liked. Yeah. And it wasn't, I didn't care if I won or not. It was that meditation that I was getting.
And and it goes to show you could have 90% understanding of the Yoga Sutras, but all it takes is one little misconception.
You confusing your soul with your body.
Well, but also in the meditation sense, asana. Yeah. Asana, people think a lot of the time, the asana means comfortable position. Right. Yes. And so actually I would say it's the opposite.
No, also definition is a seat for meditation.
Uh-huh.
So when you're in asana, so when you're sitting there, let's say Ekapada Shirshasana with your leg behind your head, and you're having to sit there and then fold with one leg behind the head, it's not comfortable.
Right.
And you're there for 5 breaths, that's the seat. You're in this uncomfortable. Runners, running, that's the seat of meditation. Right, you're in that misery.
Right, but it almost seems like there's a misunderstanding of the definition of asana, because asana, to me now,
yeah, it's just exercise.
Right, exactly. Asana means exercise.
Yeah.
People mistake it as being a posture. No. But really, asana, the definition should be exercise. And also
the hatha yoga
and also I'm thinking pranayama would mean exercising to the extent that you start to breathe heavily. But
oh, your blood too.
Right.
So yeah. So because the oxygen in the heart, or the lungs and the heart, work together, and so when oxygen is moving quickly through the lungs are pumping harder. Yeah. It pumps the blood harder through the body, which brings healing to the body.
Right.
There's the blood is the Shakti. It's the Prakriti creation. It's the actual. So blood would be the natural form of matter of the spirit. Oh. So that's the exact mirror. Am I correct? So when you've got oxygen moving through the body harder with the blood, you're healing your body, and you're also meditating your mind, and you're in your body. So many people, Lou, think that meditation is like manifesting or daydreaming and creating your reality,
or exiting your body and right, traveling up to the subtler realms.
Do not exit this. Life is not an escape room. This life that don't try to leave your body. Is that why also another reason why people have had to keep doing third density over and over and over and over again?
Yeah. So right. So that's why I'm thinking a redefinition of what asana really means.
New planets being created to host those who can't seem to crack this level.
Yeah.
So did you get that, guys? They're having to create new planets to host third density because so many people in third density can't quite figure it out. They cannot quite figure out the difference between their personality, their body, their mind, and their soul.
I was thinking it would be rare to have to redo third, but but 5 times, holy shit.
Or more.
Wow.
Some up to
20 times.
Why you think some soul people are wanderers, and some are, oh, that answers my question then, native. That answers my question.
What was that?
So I was wondering, like, if
wait, what do they just
that's why why you think some people here on earth are wanderers and some people are still native souled. That's what he's saying. So basically, original souls, yes. OG souls, souls that are not organic portals or spare parts.
Right.
Were all created at the same time.
Right.
And started moving up together.
Right.
But now we have souls that have come back down to third to wander.
Right.
With native soul people. So he's saying the native soul people have up to 20 times, keep having to.
And so they're bringing wanderers down to help.
No.
Well,
no, he's just saying that's why there can be wanderers and soul people intermixing. Because the wanderers figured it out after a couple of rounds and moved forward, whereas some native souls still haven't figured it out and keep having to repeat third density over and over again.
There is no time. Yes.
So that's why we all started together, get to third, have our little third experience. Some go, oh, okay, I'm not my body. Let me go inside myself. Let me figure this out. And they start to move up while these people still go, oh, chasing that property, chasing property, chasing property. If you're still chasing property, you're never going to go up. And so then the wanderers came back down to finish some karma.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, wanderers are not here to save people.
I know, I understand that.
So that's why he's saying, and that answered a question I had, of if the souls are all original, then how come some are wanderers and it's because the natives haven't figured it out yet. And time is not, there's no time. Like you can keep doing third as many times as you want. It's not, there's no time limit. But he's saying we're having to make more planets because
because people are smashing their souls by believing false beliefs. Wow, that puts a new spin on things.
Ta-da. You can do a tap dance next one.
I love that. Okay.
So basically, Lou, you're saying we're going to circle back. You're telling this to people watching right now because you care, your service to others, and you want to wake them up. You want to wake them up, stop worshiping dead people. You can respect the teaching by separating the teacher from the teaching. You can respect the teacher. You can respect the historical person, but understand that that's not the soul. And at the end of the day, you need to be working on your own shit, which means you need to get yourself into some sort of program that really tests your limits, your mental limits, so that you actually can find that meditation and start to find that within your soul. And also stop doing seated meditation because that's Lizzie food.
Because there is no such thing as enlightenment in third density. That's another important thing to understand.
You can be enlightened.
The misconception is that to stop the wheel of karma, you have to realize.
Just truly know what is you. Shakti and what is you soul. So that's the big enlightenment. It's just knowing. I'm not my body is a tool. It's a Shakti. It's a ride my soul created. I'm going to have certain challenges in this life. And I'm going to go through those challenges in this ride to refine certain wisdom, but it's not my soul. It's not my soul. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Lou? Past lives.
And people's fascination with them.
Yes, and stop.
Stop worrying about your past lives.
I'd say this all the time. You have almost 20 human years of real work to know they are a trap. So I talk about, so he's saying I have 20 years, almost 20 years of real spiritual work to now know at 42 that you talk about past lives, that's a fucking trap. It's not.
I mean, people can barely handle their present life. Why would you be worrying about your past lives?
Oh, it's also black magic. So there's a reason why we have the veil, because your past life doesn't fucking matter. It's done. And any karma you pulled from that life needs to be fixed in this life. And you're saying it, so it's necromancy. Studying past lives is another form of necromancy. And you giving info to dangerous people. So a lot of these people who do past life readings are dangerous. And they're using your past life people to do black magic on you, to damage your soul and enslave you to Prakriti, smash your soul.
And possibly to see if it's worth destiny swapping with you. Would that be, yeah. Oh, no.
Because what the destiny isn't.
Right, yeah.
That's the past, so.
Yeah.
So stop it. You're just saying stop it. There's a veil for a reason.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Once you're done with it, you're done with it.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Be happy you can wash your hands of all those.
Yeah, and just deal with the karma now, like how it manifested this life.
Right.
That another reason why so many have to keep coming. It's another reason why so many have to keep coming back, because they can't let go of their past lives.
Wow.
Where do you think vampires come from?
Okay, that's a deep one.
That's a deep one. He said, where do you think vampires come from? The story of vampires. It's people who can't let go of Prakriti. Right. They want to live forever. But this is fake. This is all an illusion anyway.
But wait a second. But also, are vampires somehow feeding off people's fascination with past lives? So that's where the black magic. So there's got to be somewhere that energy, that focus is going.
Because it's crazy making. It's crazy making. So you said that the person the soul of Mary Magdalene that's back on earth again, they know they were Magdalene. Do they care that they were Magdalene?
Because they're too wise.
Because you said they're too wise. So that's a good example. So swinging it back to Magdalene, you had said earlier that the person who was Magdalene, the dead person now, the soul has come back. And that soul is aware of that past life, but it will never say it publicly. And they actually don't care, because they are spiritually attuned to understand that they have work to do now. And you've also saying that, what do you think that happens to that person is getting attacked over and over and over again, because people keep practicing necromancy.
And so basically, by people constantly focusing their energy and attention on the personality that was Mary Magdalene, you're actually torturing her.
Or him.
Right, or him. So,
or him. Yeah.
Yeah. So stop it.
Stop it. Let them live. Let them have their life. Because it doesn't affect us, does it? Like, it doesn't affect anybody watching. Like, where somebody's soul goes.
No.
Doesn't matter to anybody else but that soul, correct?
No.
So we got a lot of people like on Telegram and YouTube who are claiming to be the incarnation of Mary Magdalene.
Ha 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 ha.
OPs. OPs. So everybody who's publicly stating they're Mary Magdalene and they're an organic portal.
And also, like, I'm sure she's not exhibiting the same powers. Like, look, I know that I was the what's that?
He said, "Stop! Don't say anything else."
Okay, all right.
Because of what you just said.
Yeah, I was just going to say something funny about something. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, and that's because the Prakriti, right? Like.
Yeah.
I mean, has Magdalene's soul been back multiple times? Multiple races? Different genders?
Yeah.
Same soul, just recycling over and over, different experiences. So Magdalene, it's like going into an amusement park. The Magdalene life was the Spider-Man ride.
Yeah.
And that soul got off that ride and then went and got on like the free fall ride, which is a different life, and then got off that ride and it's all different rides in the same amusement park, but it's the soul that matters.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh,
Watching can move forward if you hold tighter, please.
Okay.
Figure it out. So he's saying this to you guys. He just said everyone watching right now can move on to fourth density if you just take a moment. It's not too late to figure it out, to course correct.
You are not your body.
You are not your body. Your body is a tool that your soul is using. But once you die, you die. That's it. Once I die, Brice is gone. No more. My soul will move on to something else, a new adventure.
And you hope that no one cares.
No one cares. Yeah. That's the whole being like no one cares enough to talk about your past existence because
because if you're
So stop watching these videos of people channeling past. Stop doing that. Stop watching videos of people who channel like Magdalene or because it's just are they actually channeling the real soul? No, LOL.
Channeling Lizzie's. Yeah.
It's Lizzie's.
Yeah. Right.
Getting all the juice of the necromancy.
Right. And actually torturing the soul that was Magdalene.
You're responsible.
Yeah.
So every time you watch a channeling video where someone's claiming to channel someone who's no longer with us, you are karmically responsible for the abuse that soul receives on the other side.
Especially now that you just got the information.
Especially now that you know. Yeah. And for Brice's sake, stop watching these truther tarot readers. And you're saying, Christ's sake, you're not talking about Jesus, are you? You're talking about their own Christ inside them. So for Christ's sake, for the consciousness inside of you, he's saying, stop watching these truther tarot card readers. If you have not figured out they are Lizzie inspired, Lord help you, soul. Or as Brice would say, bless your heart. So he's saying Lizzie inspired, that these truther tarot card readers are not telling you the truth. They're Lizzie inspired. Are you saying they're controlled opposition? Undergrounders. Yeah, we kind of knew that.
Yeah.
They're undergrounders.
Right. They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're
They've been
doing.
sitting here to do what they're doing.
They've been sitting here to catch your soul.
Yeah.
Because the more I think they can keep people on third, keep souls on third, the more food the Lizzies have.
Yeah.
Don't be Lizzie food. Ew.
Because and the reason why the Lizzies have to do what they're doing by tricking people and confusing you or keeping it there is because the natural evolution of our soul is not to go towards service to self; it's go towards service to others. And so the Lizzies need more. How would you put it? More souls, but they need to
in the gray. They guys just need it. And first, since most people are going service to others or in that propensity to go, if they can get them to soul trap, then that puts them in the gray, and they just have to keep going back into the pond to be fished. It's like catch and release, catch and release, catch and release.
Right, but they're getting something more out of that because they're able to traumatize these souls, smash their souls, so they can make new souls, which we had talked about that before, which is spare parts, which is
I'll tag those videos down below. Yeah.
Loose, so they can then imprint those new souls with their propensity to move towards the service to self path. Because it's an unnatural path.
Yeah. So moral of the story is if you're not exercising, you're not spiritual. Period. End of story. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter. And as you say it too, like for me, I've been doing this shit for almost 20 years. So we have to do 10-mile hikes in order to feel misery.
Right.
Going up a mountain.
Right.
But for someone who's new, that could be going for a mile walk.
Right.
Right.
But it's that you always get yourself to that point
of wanting to quit.
Yeah.
And not quitting. And that brings you to the point of meditation. It brings you in your body. It gives you something to focus on also, so you're not too busy daydreaming about these people who are no longer living, which is in return building more karma for you because it's causing the person that soul is now to get beaten by that, like getting physically beaten by that.
Right.
And how would you like that? And also I think too, like kind of like the more Lou talks about it, the more I kind of think like how rude, you know, say you watching you or Magdalene in a past life, but you're doing really good work in this life, but nobody cares because they're so focused on what you were yesterday.
Right.
You know, that's kind of, you know, like I'm seeing that a new way now. Like we really got to just let the past go.
Right.
And just focus on the present because that's where the spirituality exists.
Oh.
Here now, the here now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are we done with Magdalene? Can we move on to the next question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about forgiveness. We got into the topic of forgiveness and
Up to you. Does not forgiving somebody make you go service to self? No, it creates boundaries, like you said earlier.
Right. Yeah. Because
if you want to forgive someone, forgive them. If not, it's not going to make you go service to self.
Right. But I was thinking holding a certain amount of maybe resentment or anger towards someone helps to enforce a boundary.
Protection and wisdom creates protection and wisdom.
Right. Yeah.
Fool me once,
Uh-huh.
shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Right. And I had thought that there was some manipulation there with the concept of forgiveness, and that to forgive and forget and to
We don't forgive. And fourth,
right. Yeah, that's what I brought up. Yeah.
they have anger.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yeah. And boundaries.
And so the whole concept of forgiveness brings up so much, because sometimes, people that learn, you got to just forgive, as a spiritual person, you need to learn how to forgive. But then, right. And so then,
that's a form of abuse.
right. And so then, and it's self-abuse as well, because maybe you can't forgive, and then you beat yourself up. I can't forgive. I'm not good enough. I need to learn how to forgive. And then you maybe falsely forgive someone, and all of a sudden you've let down your boundaries and that person is abusing you again. And so
yeah. It's open. But some people you can forgive and be fine, but that's up to you, he's saying. Well, Paula had a question that I forgot to ask last time about Kabbalah. Is Kabbalah bad? No. Is it inverted now? Yes. So Kabbalah itself is naturally good, but there's inversions to it where people have manipulated it. Darkness can't create anything. Darkness can't create anything. We know that.
They can only invert it.
They can only invert it. So the original teachings of Kabbalah is good. Paula also had a question about mystery schools. Were they, hold on, I gotta readjust. Were mystery schools originally good? Have some of them been inverted? Which ones are still good? Learn. Is the Elysian mystery school good? Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll tag that video down below, guys. I've covered that. Yeah. It seemed pretty harmless, that one.
Did we want to get into the, what was it, the Mormon?
No, I'm going to wait and hear from her. We want to bring her on with us because we need an actual Mormon, I think, to help us with
explain everything. And that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah.
So,
all right.
Anything else, Lou? Love everyone. You all strong and can handle the truth.
Yeah.
So he said, y'all, he loves everyone. You all are strong and you can handle the truth that he's giving you.
Even though it's sometimes hard to take, because I'll tell you from experience, some of the undoing that Lou has done with me has been tough, but I'm so thankful for it.
You not victims. Everyone hates exercise. That's why that is the one and only spiritual path. No, absolutely no excuses. If you leave butts in comment section, that's just showing how spiritually, I can't say that word, Lou. I can't say that.
Oh.
I'll say redacted. So if you leave buts, like buts, but this, but that in the comment section. That's just showing how spiritually redacted
You
are. Way to handle the trolls. Yes. You didn't use the word redacted, but I can't say that word. It's not politically correct. So there's no excuses. Everybody hates to fucking exercise. I hate it. I hated it this morning.
Yeah.
When you were doing the conference call, I was out here working out, doing my practice. I fucking hated every minute of it.
And before I got on the conference call, I didn't want to exercise, and I told myself, no, you're going to absolutely do it. No excuses. And every bit of my being was saying, no, you exercised yesterday or whatever, and you could take the day off. No, I threw myself on that, and I did it.
I hated it too.
But after I got done, I felt so much better.
You can do it in a wheelchair. There are things to be done in a wheelchair. You can do it while injured. There's modifications that can be made. There's so many things you can do. So many people think they're entitled. He said, you're not victims. Nobody's a victim of their circumstances. It doesn't matter how old you are. There are freaking 80-year-olds out there on the track at Piedmont Park lapping 20-year-olds right now.
Right. And we're not doing it for vanity.
No.
We're not doing it for a nice body, although a nice body will come. A nice, strong
body. But
that's not what you're doing now.
Yeah, you're doing it to your mind.
Yes, you're doing it.
When I just shared it on Instagram, I tagged Fusion Body in it, where they said that they studied, like, I forgot, I'm paraphrasing, like many years of women specifically, who had continued with an exercise prep program, had not stopped for many years. Someone like me, just never stopped.
Yeah.
Because so many people will get involved and they'll stop and they'll quit and they'll go, Yeah. And they figured out specifically women who were able to maintain a steady exercise program for years without having a break. It's because they were doing it for their peace.
Oh, right.
They weren't doing it for vanity.
Right.
What people who were doing it for vanity, ego purposes, would quit.
Right.
But the people who were doing it, the women specifically who were doing it for mental peace, they had kept it up for many years and never stopped. And that's the yoga. That's why we do it. That's why I've done it for almost 20 years.
Exactly.
It was never about vanity. It was about finding something deeper. Right. And that's why, like this morning, you signed on to do the conference call. I so badly wanted to be in there with you guys, but I had to do my practice out here, and it sucked. Yeah. And I was covered in sweat and I was shaking, and I kept thinking throughout the whole thing, I was like, well, I've done like 30 minutes. That's good enough. And I was like, nope, keep going. Yeah. Keep going.
Another 10 minutes. That's the trick. That's the trick that the mind plays.
Yeah.
And it's actually the last 20 to 30 minutes are the most important.
Yeah.
You feel like you can't keep going, but you continue.
You keep going anyway, even if you're going at a snail's pace, even if you're barely lifting a foot up. That's why in the Fusion Body videos that I always say, if it gets overwhelming, walk in place until you can catch back up with the video. Don't stop. Just keep, even if you slow down and walk in place, because we're body schmoddy. We're looking at your mental meditation to keep you meditating, to keep you in your body, to keep you protected. Yeah. Protected from this bullshit that's out there about seated meditation. As Lou said, that never was a thing. Seated meditation. That's Lizzie inspired to get you to disassociate, to get you to stuck in your own imagination.
Make you fat and lazy.
It makes you fat and lazy. Yeah. So your health declines. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything.
Right.
So, all right, we good?
We're good
for now. All right, we'll do a live soon, guys. Goodbye, Lou.